This is some buses in N scale. They're actually called Mini Meadows, Classic Metalworks, GMC transit buses. Now this normally goes for like 25 bucks. I didn't get it for that. I get it for $4.99. That's right, $4.99 for two buses. So you definitely got to pick it up. So I'm going to take a look inside what you get with these buses, especially when you get it for literally $20 off. And so they're sort of like retro buses. I'll get it out here. It's pretty lightweight. I'm not sure how to get the detail in there. That's the front of the bus. The rear of the bus. It's kind of like a metal plastic, I think. No, it's actually metal. It's just the wheels are plastic. They actually seem like they move around a little bit. Their Classic Metalworks is they are actually 1/60th of a scale, so they're actually N scale. There is a couple of vehicles I got that were not N scale. They're actually smaller. And it looks like we also get some little metal pieces. What the heck they are. It says on the back here. Ah, it does. They are mirrors and windshield wipers. So let's take a gander here. Oops, so we're here. Mirrors, windshield wipers. So I guess there's some things that you have to glue on. I really don't see where they go. I'm going to have to get a magnifying glass out because I can't even see the holes that these things are supposed to go in. So I got these two buses, and I just threw them in. I saw them that they're on sale for $4.99. I thought they're kind of cool looking buses for that price. So I'm going to attach the track today. So there's really just this little edge here to glue onto. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some white glue along these edges all the way around the layout here. And then I'm going to go back with a low temp hot glue just at the edges. Left. And I'm just going to use these little, Q-tip type things. And I'm going to dump some of this on a paper plate. I'm just going to get a little out, not too much, because I don't know how much I'm going to need. Like I said, there's not too much to grab onto. I'm just going to add glue on the edges. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be going back over with hot glue. I'm just going to hold it down in these areas while I put it on. Just make sure that this space here stays down. Okay, everyone. I just hot glued all the rest of the track in. I didn't put a big bead or anything, just, well, it depends on scale wise. I mean, there is a bead there, you can feel it. It's dry in most areas. I did put some hot glue around the turnouts. So here's one of the turnouts here. So I did put glue along here. Anywhere there was an area where the wires come out, even though there's how these Kato Unitrack work, they have it so wires go both sides. I ran the turnout wires actually straight down. However, the power one is kind of coming out a little right here, but it will still be within the riser. So I didn't put glue there, and then where the switch turnout is, right here to switch off, I didn't put any glue anywhere near that. Like I said, a lot of this is going to be ballast, but what I want to do is just in case any of the ballast shows up or whatnot, I want to get this gray color just as a base over the top of this glue that's on the side here. So I'm going to have to go probably all the way around the track area painting this, and that's going to take quite a bit of time. Okay, so I did, it's all glued in, the track, and I did start painting along where that glue, where the low temp glue is right on the edge with a somewhat darkish gray. Well, I started to ballast the track here. See how it's a lot darker? The ballast is a lot darker, and I'm just using this gray Woodland Scenic ballast. Of this ballast, well, it's pretty light, what we have in the bottle. When you compare it to the Kato Unitrack track bed, it's a lot darker. Unitrack actually looks like it has a bluish tint to it too. So that's kind of causing something to not look right. I mean, obviously it does not look right. Wasn't planning on ballasting the center of the track because of this attached track bed. So what I'm going to probably have to do in this area, I'm going to have to weather and paint this entire area with probably some gray washes to knock down the color of this track bed area with weathering the track. So this is what the regular Kato Unitrack looks like with that sort of light gray type track roadbed thing. Obviously this is the ballast right here, and on this side I have weathered the track. You can see I've made it much darker. I've done a couple washes over there with sort of a darker gray to the edge, but it definitely blends a lot better. So areas where the ballast does not you know, shows through, it doesn't look as, doesn't look very good at all. The track without that on there. It is dark, but if you actually look at real railroad tracks, there's a lot of grime, there's a lot of rust, there's a lot of oil, there's a lot of that kind of stuff by real railroad tracks where I live. So I'm definitely more than happy. I'm still weathering the track. I would say I have about 45% of it done. So I got it from here all the way up through there, and I got the turn started. So I'm working on adding some weeds and stuff to the center area. So I've gone around with a couple different products. This right here is fine turf. Ooh, you can even see it. Fine turf weeds, which is a fine turf. And I've been using a little bit of the coarse turf, light green, and some underbrush in light green, and then some olive bushes, but some kind of dirt. I guess it's called dirt. Earth fine turf. Okay, that's what it is. And I've just been using this Scenic glue with this eyedropper. I just added some more greenery. See if you can see it in there. This little darker green stuff I added on top of this little more bushier type material like the underbrush and coarse turf and bushes. I kind of had to cut it up in little pieces. Not cut it up, I guess pull it apart. So just throwing in a little bit more glue with this eyedropper. All the track is weathered in this area now, which is great, which means I can continue to work on it. I still have to weather it that way and down the center of the layout. But I got most of it done. This feels good here. But yeah, I think that makes it look a lot better. It's still going to have a lot of ballast and stuff in there. But, you know, between this and the siding track, you know, in real life, there is weeds and all sorts of stuff between real, well, two different sets of tracks. So they call it the Scenic Details from Woodland Scenic. They call it a learning kit, but I got this not to learn, but to sample. So I would consider this a sample kit. Fine leaf foliage. So let me see if I can kind of get it out of there. It's not in a bag, and you can see that it could be kind of problematic because it looks like it's kind of floating around inside this container. But this is it right here. And the main reason I wanted to sample this is this material. It's pretty delicate. A whole box of this costs the same price as this kit. This here is called polyfiber. With a little bit, you're supposed to stretch it out. It's not going to be a big ball when you put it out. We also get some yellow grass. We also get some Scenic glue. I already have Scenic glue, but it's cool to get some more. This is another item that I wanted to take a look at. Oh yeah, this fine leaf foliage is actually kind of floating around in here, so on the bag you can kind of feel some of it. This is called yellow flowering foliage, and I wanted to sample some of this on my layout. I might not even need more than what comes in this little kit, but it's a pretty good size amount. I saw at my local hobby shop here, they have this in a bigger bag. Comes in either yellow or purple. And I think it would make a good like wildflower type thing. Yeah, this, let me just tell you, this fine leaf foliage, because it's not in a bag, it's kind of at the bottom of this box and it's kind of on these bags. This here is medium green bushes. I already have some green bushes, but it's always cool to get some more. This is called dark green underbrush. It's kind of like bushes. It's kind of like a clumpy thing. It kind of probably looks black in there, but it is a green color. You get a pretty good amount of that. Here is another reason why I got this little learning kit slash sampler. Is they have this, and it's not really shut very good because it's kind of coming out. It's kind of open. It's harvest grass or field grass and harvest gold. And last, and this was something that I didn't really need per se, but it comes with this little kit and it's called Deadfall. And it kind of looks like basically sticks. And they might be sticks that you can get in your backyard. And here's a stick that I get out of my backyard. I think it looks really cool. I've been letting it dry with some other sticks in the background. And that's kind of what this stuff looks like. So it really looks like it's just pieces of wood. Little branches and stuff, and it might actually just be that. And that's everything that comes in this kit. So like I said, this was the main reason I wanted to get this, is to sample this fine leaf foliage. This I will use. I'll use everything in this kit. Not a problem. But the main reason I got this kit was to sample this and to get a little of this harvest gold field grass, because I'm not going to need a lot in this color, so this will probably be enough for what I need. And I really wanted to take a look at these yellow flowering foliage. Gives you a pretty good amount. But yeah, it's a pretty nice little kit. And that's what you get in it. And it seals up pretty good. And let's take a look at the back. And you can see that that fine leaf foliage is all in this package. So it is pretty delicate. But you can see kind of what you get in the kit.